Sai Ram. Unfortunately, these days there are many fake photos of Baba going around, and the sad part of it is that many people worship these photos. Some of them bring them in the palki to Shirdi. I would like to clarify some of these photographs. There is one photograph which most people say this is the young Baba who was found sitting under the neem tree. This photograph is of Advaitanand Saraswati Bal Brahmachari Swami Maharaj. He was of the Sarvabhauma Datta Sanstha in Gulbarga, and he took Samadhi in 1908. So this is not a photograph of the young Baba. And one of the devotees' father was the disciple of this Swami, and he had this photograph which he worshipped in his house. And thus the devotees from that time knew that this is not an original photograph of Baba. The second photograph is a photograph of Abdul Baba. This was taken in 1936 by Sri Narasimha Swami. He had come to Shirdi at that time, and he was trying to get material on the devotees for his book, Life of Sai Baba. And he had taken two pictures of Abdul Baba. This picture of Abdul Baba is with a kafni and a sirvesh, and he is standing near the wall of the Dwarka Mai, just outside the Dwarka Mai, in fact. So this photograph is a photograph of Abdul Baba. The third photograph, which is a face, that face belongs to Kamu Baba. Kamu Baba was a very saintly person, and he was really devoted to Baba. He has his ashram in Girgaon, Mumbai, and his ashram is run very much like on the lines of Baba's teachings. He does seva to animals, he does annadan, and he looks after people who are sick and things like that. Kamu Baba was responsible for one thing. D.D. Niroy was a great devotee of Kamu Baba, and he took that big photograph which is now in the Sabha Mandap of the Dwarka Mai above the stone, and he wanted to present it to him. Kamu Baba, however, refused to take it, so it upset Niroy very much. He said, "My God, I spent so much of money on it, getting it framed and bringing it all the way to you, and you refused it." Kamu Baba then said, "Arey, don't worry about it. I'm not refusing it. I want you to take it to the Sabha Mandap of the Dwarka Mai and place it there so that hundreds upon thousands upon lakhs of people will worship it every day. If you give it to me, then there are just a few devotees that are going to be venerating it. It will be venerated, and many people will have experiences from this photograph." So that is the photograph of Kamu Baba. The next photograph is of Shankaracharya of Kanchikamakoti Peetam, and his name was Chandrasekharanand Saraswati Swamigal. Many people call him Periyaiva. He became a Shankaracharya at the tender age of 15. He and his family had gone to spend Chaturmas in a village, and his cousin was elected to be the Shankaracharya, but he got sick. So the committee came and took this young lad away, and they seated him on the Peetam, and he became the Shankaracharya, and he did very well for himself. He was very kind, compassionate, and he had a good knowledge of the Vedas, which was taught to him, and he did a lot of good work. The next photograph is of Baba feeding a dog. This photograph is taken from one of the movies. This is not an original photograph of Baba. Yes, Baba loved all creatures, big and small, but no photograph was taken of Baba feeding a dog or a cat or a cow. They came and ate from his kolam, and he fed them when he took bhiksha, but there was no photograph taken of him ever. The next photograph is called the original photo of Baba, taken in 1906 with a parrot. This photograph is from the movie in which Baba possessed a parrot. and he released it when the incident of Chandbai Patil happened. Baba, however, did not have a parrot as such, so this is not an original photograph of Baba. The next photograph is supposed to be Baba sitting in the Dwarka Mai. When you look at this photograph very closely, Duni Mai is not present. The Nimbar is like a hallway. The pillars or the kambas that were there are not in the position that it is. If you look at this photograph, take this photograph with you to the Dwarka Mai and say the Dwarka Mai has not changed since Baba's time. The wooden pillars are still there. These pillars seem to be made out of concrete. So this is not the Dwarka Mai at all. This photo bothers me a lot, and I feel very, very upset that someone has put it on the net. This is supposed to be the Antimeshti of Baba. I would like to ask the person who put this photo, if your own father died, would you put up a photograph of him in a pen and stand next to him and take a photograph, or would you be worried about how to see that his Antim Yatra is done properly? What would be your concern? Would you be in tears? Would you be in shock? How would you have time to take a photograph, for heaven's sake? Come on. And in this photograph, Baba is laid in a pen. In the Charitra, it is written that Baba laid on the cot for 36 hours until the Hindus and the Muslims who were fighting as to where to place Baba came to an agreement. They had to take a plebiscite. Dikshit had to go to Nagar and get a stay order because the Muslims wanted to make a dargah, and Baba's last wish was to carry him to Buttiwada. They were distraught. On top of that, they had this problem of where to lay Baba. So they had to have a majority, and they took a plebiscite, and the Hindus got more votes. Hence, Baba's last wish was carried out very successfully because of that. So where would Baba be in a pen like this and everybody standing around? Were they not canvassing, trying to get votes? Or were they... Oh, this is something that bothers me beyond measure. And then if you look at the photograph, where are the devotees? Where is Kaka Dikshit? Where is Shama? Shama has to be there, if not anybody else. Where is Chandorkar? None of these devotees who are standing around the pen are recognizable. So this definitely, and I beg the devotees, please do not put up something. Would you put up the photograph of the last Antimesh Yatra of your father? Please respect your Guru. Sai Ram. I hate this last photo. I can't bear it.